Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back and Merry Christmas to me. So I borrowed this Boss GT1000 from Long McQuaid a while back, and probably shouldn't have because it's such an awesome board, man. I gotta tell you, I love this thing. And look at all the inputs you get for all kinds of goodies. Anyway, so long story short, I borrowed it for a bit, tried it out. Of course, I've done a review on this thing, I think, already. Pretty sure I have. If not, well, there will be one. But anyways, yeah, I think I probably did do a review. But I've had a chance to play with this actually last night at band practice. And just messing around with some different tones and stuff that I pre-programmed. I put about 20 patches in here of my own setup that I wanted and messed around with a bunch of songs. Some of them actually worked out, some of them didn't. And that's fine. Not everything's going to match. And besides, I didn't know which songs we were playing in total. And so I just pre-did a bunch of patches and just, hammered through them here and there and tried them out and seen what happened. And found a few good patches for some songs. Being that it's Christmas time, we're working on Christmas songs, of course. But the features in this thing are just crazy. It's got one main input. It's got two main outs, left and right, so two different amps, or a left/mono for one. Headphone, it's got two sends and two returns. It has sub-outputs, two of them. So if you're going to go into like powered speakers, I've got monitors in here, they're YSM 8s. Big monitors, lots of juice. I could go direct to them if I wanted to. You've got control 4 and 5, expression pedal 2, expression pedal 3, amp control 1 and 2, USB to your computer, so you can actually use this as a computer interface for your guitar, and of course download patches, etc. You've got MIDI in and outs as well, and of course your power input and power switch, which is a on and off style. This does not use batteries, and it's an all-metal casing. This thing is built for, gigging live and pro play, and they're like a soft momentary switch. They're not a, really hard clicker. They're very smooth, which is nice. You've got all kinds of dials up here to do different things. You can manually program things on the fly once you figure out how to do that. You can arrange your pedals in any way you see fit, which is really cool. One thing I find a little bit different about this one compared to the ME80 that I had, I actually turned in the ME80 because I don't need it anymore. So I sold it back to them and said, well, here you go. Anyways, I didn't have the ME80 for more than, I guess, a couple of months. But then I kept thinking, I've seen this thing on YouTube, I've checked it out a bit. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews. More good, though, than bad, of course, which is good. It is Boss, after all, and usually you don't have much bad about Boss, but a few people didn't like it. But the majority of us do, of course. If you're looking for a pedal board that can do just about anything, I mean, this thing has over 100 different pedals and effects in it. Like I said, you can arrange them any way you want. You can simulate 2 amps even if you're only going out to 1, which is pretty cool. And of course, you can change the parameters of any one of the effects to any way you want it, within, of course, the limitations of the program, right? And you do it all live on the spot on your computer, so you can hear the feedback that's going on, like, okay, that sounds just the way I want it. They actually have a patch in here, Money for Nothing, and it's very authentic sounding, and I thought, wow, that's pretty awesome. I like that song too, among other things they have in here. You've got 50 user areas as well as 50 presets, and you can manipulate the user or the presets any way you want, so you don't have to stick with the Boss presets. And they do have a lot of presets in there that are really cool, that actually work for a lot of different songs that I do anyways. So those patches definitely going to stay. I've got a few of them programmed into the first few banks. But you've also got 5 switches across the bottom of this thing, so basically 5 stomp pedals, right? You built-in tuner as well, which works pretty good. Switching your banks up and down from here. I still have lots to learn about this board yet, so eventually I will do a full explanation of everything on this thing once I've learned it all. But in the meantime, so take 5 times 50, okay? So if you multiply 5 times 50, that's going to give you, should give you about 250, right? So 5 times 50. So 250 user setups, 250 presets. Like I said, manipulate them any way you like. That's a total of 500 different presets that you can program up to any way that you want. And it's like, that's awesome. The other nice thing is this goes along really good if you've got, whether it's a tube amp. I've got a Hughes & Kettner Tubemeister 18 amp on a Marshall 4x12 cab. Goes great with that amp. But it also goes really good with the Katana amp, because the Katana amp has over 50 pedals built in, right? And of course they've got a version 3 update coming for the Katana this month. Apparently it's due out on the 21st. So that's cool. I'll be downloading that into my Katana amp and updating my amp for even more effects and stuff that they've got coming in it. But this would go really good with that. So if you set up some presets on your Katana that you want and then mix it with one of these patches, you can do that too. Excuse me. Same as if you have like a Fender Mustang or any other type of modeling amp where you have the ability to make up presets or effects. You can use this board with that amp too, whether you run it clean or whether you run it with other effects, and it's going to sound really, really cool, depending, of course, what you pick. But I did notice that the pedal travel on this is a little bit less than the ME80, which is fine. It still has plenty for that whammy action, so if you like the whammy effects, there's a few different whammy effects built in, and they do a really good job simulating what they're for, so that's pretty cool too. So this was my Merry Christmas present to myself. Now a lot of people are asking, well, what'd that cost? Well, I'm in Canada, so $12.99 in tax, and I had a really hard time swallowing that price tag. So that's why I decided, well, I'm going to try it for a week first and see how I really like it. And I thought, okay, and I'm in. I want it. And so now it finally came home, and it's all mine. Yes! So that's a Merry Christmas to me present. So if you're looking for a really awesome effects processor, I've looked at a lot of them. I've tried a lot of them. I've owned a number of different ones before in the past. And I got to tell you, when it comes to an effects processor, so far, this one is definitely the best one I've had my hands on yet. And even though $12.99 is a little steep, I really do think it's worth the money, considering all you get and the fact that you can arrange stuff any way you see fit. And that was one problem that a lot of us actually crabbed about in the Boss Katana amp. One was the lack of effects. Like 50 is a lot, but we wanted more, of course. We're greedy. But we wanted to be able to arrange the pedals and stuff any way we wanted. And Boss limited us on 3 different setups, where this one, I can move any effect to any area I feel like. You know, so I can alter those tones on the fly and just go, oh, okay, well, this pedal sounds better on this spot instead of over here, and blah, blah, blah. Like when you're looking at their patches, they set their patches up accordingly to, you know, to make that sound, right? But you can shift something or add something else in to make that patch a little bit more unique, right? What I really love about this, too, is that when it comes to doing presets, because I play in church mainly with this, and of course at home, we have our band practice. We usually have about 8 songs that we play on an average Sunday, okay? And I can pre-program the patches when I get home from practice and say, okay, this patch worked good with this song, and so on and so on. But instead of leaving the patch name the way it was from default, I can name the patch as the song. So even if my song order does get changed by Sunday, well, we're going to do this here instead of this, because that's happened, right? Then I know where it is on the pedal board, and I can instantly get to it, you know, like that quick. It's like boom, boom, right? and I can name the patch the name of the song, which makes it easier for me to find that patch too. And that's pretty awesome. I really like the fact that I can title it any way I want. So that's kind of cool too. So anyways, that's my spiel on this, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more on this. I have not done a video yet using this with the Katana, but I'm going to. I'm also going to put this thing on my PV Edition 20, which is behind us. It's in that walnut cab with the cherry front. It says PV on it on the floor with the trainer speaker. I actually modified that amp and turned it into a head, and I've got a 12-inch trainer speaker on it that really makes that amp sound awesome these days. I'll have to actually do a separate video of what it's like. But I'm going to plug the board into that too, so you can see how it works on an old vintage amp as well with this board, and seeing what kind of tones we can generate and sound differences, okay? But anyways, there you go. That's it. That's all I got for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Ciao.